Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and stay tuned by clicking the bell icon. Heartstopper Review. In its effort to be affirming, this teen show forgets to be good. Whether it's the drug-fueled parties of euphoria or the concupiscent trysts of sex education, television executives have of late been turning school-aged children into pinups. If that idea makes you uncomfortable, you might do better with Netflix's Heartstopper, a chaste look at young love, focused far more on its inclusivity and diversity agenda than any attempt to shock or titillate. Impeccably sugary and entirely absent of bite, Heartstopper is, depending on your perspective, either a palate cleanser or a treacly overindulgence. The second chapter picks up exactly where the first left off. Charlie, Joe Locke, and Nick, Kit Connor, are together, and at last, their group of misfit friends know about it. But not everything is as simple as their relationship. Elle, Yasmin Finney, and Tao, William Go, are still pining for each other, while Quiet Isaac, Toby Donovan, is starting to feel left out of the great coupling up. And it's not like Charlie and Nick, Chick or Gnarly, are having it all their own way. There's a miserable new teacher in town, Nick's brash brother is back from uni, and GCSEs are looming. We are tragic star-crossed lovers, Charlie tells Nick, as exams and revision conspire against the teenagers. Set at the fictional Truham Grammar and Higgs Girls schools, Heartstopper exists in a generic, non-urban milieu, bursting with primary colors and noodly indie love songs. The show has been rightly praised, not just for its candor in depicting themes usually unaddressed in teen romances, but for its sweetness. Being gay or being trans is not here the misery business that Hollywood thinks. Instead, it's just another thread in the tapestry of adolescence. I have a boyfriend, Charlie proclaims, proudly to his friends. Yes, we're all fully aware. Tao replies wearily. It's a shame, then, that in this rush to be affirming, Heartstopper forgets to be good. Maybe it doesn't need to be good. Maybe it is enough that it exists as a beacon of hope for closeted children or an instruction manual for their straight friends. But Heartstopper rarely rises above the aesthetic quality of, say, Biker Grove or Grange Hill. Of course, there is no one in Heartstopper's intended demographic who will remember those shows and therefore understand the insult I've just leveled, but the writing and acting could have been carved from vast beams of timber. Like a totem pole or a hand-wrought loveseat. Sanded down to an almost slippery smoothness, it presents a sanitized view of Gen Z and a confused impression of the rest of us. I'd love a cup of tea, Charlie tells his floppy-haired paramour. You're such an old man, Nick responds. Heartstopper's origins were as a graphic novel, written and illustrated by Alice Oseman, who also writes its TV adaptation. Hand-drawn shapes overlay the live action. Tiny cartoon fireworks fizz when Charlie and Nick's fingers touch. Electricity crackles when Elle strokes Tao's hair. It's a neat way of harking back to its origins, but generally the show looks bad. It has the overlit, oversaturated veneer that has typified Netflix's teen-focused output, from Heartbreak High to XO Kitty, and a distractingly shallow depth of field. It looks not dissimilar to Hollyoaks only for some reason, with Academy Award winner Olivia Colman chewing the scenery. Being a soap opera for disenfranchised teens isn't the worst thing in the world, and Heartstopper's second season makes no attempt to mess with a winning formula. The canvas, inevitably, expands slightly. Much of the series is set in Paris, for example, but materially the show is a seamless continuation of its smash hit first outing. Tao and Elle continue to carry the weight of character interest. I try too hard and I talk too much, Tao moans, while Nick and Charlie persist at a monotone of wide-eyed earnestness. It was never going to go perfectly with everyone. Nick announces of his coming out, with an equanimity the Dalai Lama would aspire to. It's all nice and watchable, even if it's not very well executed. For its target audience, the second series of Heartstopper will be another knockout. Others might need to pause their critical faculties for the duration of these half-hour episodes. Affectionate, blunt, caring, didactic, edgeless, flamboyant. Heartstopper runs the alphabet of adjectives, but never quite makes it all the way to good. If you like the video, don't forget to like, comment, and share.